The Saints are a big 8-point favorite at home against the Eagles Sunday on Fox. New Orleans has won 8 straight, and Drew Brees is an MVP candidate with 21 touchdown passes and only 1 interception. Carson Wentz and the Eagles are desperate for a win, sitting at 4-5 this season. So, Shannon, can you make a case for Wentz and the Eagles to win?
I'm going to do the best job I possibly can of making a case.
All right.
They need to play as close to a perfect game team-wise as they possibly can. Let me give you a couple of things they need to do. Dougie P needs to be aggressive, Skip. He's going to have to steal a possession. Maybe on 4th down, go for it. Maybe fake a field goal. Maybe onside kick. He's going to have to do something to give his offense an extra possession to keep Drew Brees from getting back on the field. Also, defense, you got to play better than what you've ever played this year. I don't think their defense is not even close to what they were last year, Skip. They used to be able to stop the run. They don't do that nearly as well. They used to be able to get after your quarterback consistently. They don't do that as well as they did. But the number one thing they did last year that they don't do this year is take the ball away. And the one thing the Saints don't do is they don't give it away. Hence, Drew Brees only has 1 interception this year. So can they play a perfect ball? Because I don't even worry about a walking to him. Because I know walking to him going to do what he do.
Who is walking to him?
Carson Wentz.
Oh, Carson.
You know who it is, Skip Bayless. He's the best quarterback in the NFC East.
Well, that's debatable.
It ain't who you debating.
Yeah.
You must be debating you and Hazel debating.
Wait till the end of the year. Just wait.
The Eagles are going to, man, time of possession is going to be huge for their offense because you got to keep New Orleans offense off the field. If you give the Saints crack after crack at you, Drew Brees will crack the code. He'll put the ball in the end zone, and they'll run away because they're a different animal. They're a very good team. And what they've shown this year, they're a very good team on the road. But they're a different animal in that building. Man, that crowd gets electric. They start rocking and they start playing that music.
Yep. So Walker Tulum's going to hand it to LeGarrette Blount. No, he's gone. Hand it to Jay Ajayi. No, he's gone. Wendell Smallwood? You got a small chance with Smallwood, right?
I told you. Yeah. I'm telling you what they need to do in order to, cover the spread. Okay. I just say I think it's going to happen.
Cover the spread? What about winning the football game? No?
We're just talking spread?
Hold on, Skip. Every time, you know what? And for the last, Jamie, you weren't here. But for the last month, I picked against the New Orleans Saints. And he would always start his argument. So let me get this straight. The guy that picked the New Orleans Saints
to win the NFC
and to win the Super Bowl is picking against them. I was like,
they're going to lose at Baltimore. No, I said they're going to win. Yeah. And they're going to lose at Minnesota, said the Hall of Famer. Yeah. I said, nope, they're going to win at Minnesota.
So now I picked my team that I said will be the representative for the NFC. I'm picking them to win. And now you're like, well, what about Wentz? What about your boy walking to him? Or what about old limping to him? Say, nah, I can't.
Limp it to him. Yeah, limp it.
Skip, they got to play a perfect game, and the Eagles haven't been as good as I thought they would be this year. But I don't know if they can play that type of a ball game, especially with the way. Now, they might catch Saints feeling good about themselves, pat themselves on the back.
They might.
Won 8 straight. Drew Brees is playing unbelievable. But if they play perfect, they have a chance. But I don't know if they can get that done.
So, Jamie, this is the same man who earlier this week just popped out this thought, just came out of left field and went out of the right side of his mouth.
What did I say?
Oh, Walker to him just might throw 3 or 4 tubs and upset the Saints in New Orleans. You said that, didn't you?
Yeah.
You did say that.
Did.
And now you have walked that way back on Walker to him.
He might throw 3 or 4 tubs, but Drew Brees might throw 4 or 5 tubs.
Oh, one of those deals.
Yeah.
And then maybe just 2 days ago, my man Shannon Sharp said, oh, they'll cover easily in this game.
Yeah.
It's going to be close. What is it, like 8 now? Okay, 8 points. So, not anymore. You're off the cover.
They lost to the Cowboys.
Yeah. Okay.
The Cowboys are some.
So what's your score? 42-7?
Nah. You know what? I'm going to say the final score be 30. I'm going to say 38-27.
27. You're giving Walker to him 27 points? That's pretty good. Well, I must tell you, my score is in your ballpark because I already wrote mine down, 35-24. And the reason I'm going to give Walker to him 24 is because New Orleans is still tied for 23rd in points allowed.
Yeah.
And they make plays. They will take the ball away from you, and they'll make sort of key moment plays. But in the big picture, they're going to give up some
They give
points.
a lot of yards.
Because on opening day, in this same stadium in which this game is going to be played, this dome, they gave up 48 points to Fitzmagic.
Yeah.
And that was the shocker of the year as we look back on it, because it was 48-40, Tampa over New Orleans, and that's the last loss.
Well, you know what, Skip? This might be the shock of the year, given the way Philly has been playing and the way New Orleans is playing. If they go down there and they upset them, I don't think, no, I mean, think about 8 points. You're talking about when was the last time the defending champ and they bring their starting quarterback back has been a dog by 8 points?
Well, the problem is the Super Bowl MVP and the MVP.
Man, stop!
Well, he's holding a clipboard. I got to tell you, no one seems to bite on this, but
no, because
Nick Foles played the two greatest playoff games back-to-back I've ever seen any quarterback play, in tandem, both games, NFC Championship game in Philly and the Super Bowl up in Minnesota. Those were extraordinary performances by that quarterback, and he's watching right now.
Good. Let me ask you a question. If Nick Foles is the quarterback, what do you think the spread is?
Probably 5. Well, they'd be a better team. They'd have a better record than this. They're what 4-5?
Yeah.
4. The defending champs are 4-5.
Nick Foles, although he had a great moment, he's not a better quarterback than Carson Wentz.
I think he's a better operator of the offense than Carson Wentz. That's what I think.
That's what I'm like, Jamie. Like,
And you know what? He's more mobile in his own way because he runs the read option or the read pass option better than Wentz does.
No, Wentz is better.
Wentz has lost some of his mobility. I told you the other day going into the game, when I tell you about the Cowboy game, he's lost his ability to hurt you with his legs.
What?
His rush yards are down by 100 yards from this point
I mean,
last year.
what did you expect?
Well,
I mean, you see, the thing, what has happened is that Adrian Peterson has skewed it for everybody. Oh, you have ACL surgery, you come back better than ever. No, it's normally the year after.
Yeah.
Not the year you have the surgery, but the year after. It's the following year. Now watch next year. He'll be back running the ball like he was before he hurt that knee.
Okay, but this is this year.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
And the Saints, and that guy right there.
And we have dissension in the Philly ranks very predictably because we got the Pro Bowl center Jason Kelce, who last week ripped my Cowboys for their tradition and their bandwagon fans. Remember that? Jason Kelce?
What do you say now?
Now he's saying we're missing accountability because we've lost a lot of veteran leaders and LeGarrette Blount, Matt Collins, Torrey Smith.
Skip, is he a veteran?
The last time I checked, they got a whole bunch of veterans.
Yeah,
exactly. But he's saying we've lost veteran accountability. We've lost the intangibles we had last year.
Man, stop making excuses.
Well, what happens to the Eagles is you got Lane Johnson blasting the Patriot tradition that they're robots and they don't have any fun. And now I'm wondering if the Eagles are having any fun at 4-5.
Nah, ain't no fun losing.
Yeah.
And you got him talking about the Cowboys. What difference does it if people on the Cowboys, for whatever reason, they're on the Cowboys? You play for the Eagles. You actually think I care what other fans and how they treated their team? You think I cared about that, Skip? That was the last thing on my mind. I'm worried about us in that locker room.
Well, it appears that the Eagles are worried about a lot of things they shouldn't be worried about.
Therein lies the problem. They don't get it because Fletcher Clark said at the beginning of the season, nobody's giving us respect. Who cares? Go get that trophy. Then you don't have no choice but to get respect.
So I'm only worried about 2 football games on Sunday because I'm not really worried about the Cowboy game. But the ones that I need to win my bet against you and lose your bet to me, I need the Eagles to lose soundly at New Orleans. I don't need any tightrope walks. I just need the game to be pretty easily won by the Saints. And I need the Texans to win at Washington. That's huge. That's my swing game for the whole NFC East. Texans, go Deshaun Watson. I need it.
Why
3-point
Why do you want someone to do your dirty work?
Well, because they put themselves in this position. They need lots of help.
The Cowboys play the Eagles again. The Cowboys play the Washington again.
Yep.
So let them handle their own work. Well, don't let somebody do your dirty work for you. I'm
going to remind you, you made the bet, which I thought was a foolish bet, on, I believe, Monday. You said that you will put 3 more cases on Philly to win the East. And I'm going to remind you that after this game at New Orleans, they do get the Giants, but then they have to play the Redskins, go to Dallas, to Los Angeles to play the Rams, the Texans, and then go to the Washington Redskins.
Why are you glazing over the Giants like that? Like, that's an automatic win?
Oh, yeah, that's your team. I forgot.
Well, they are.
Well, you know what? Odell did predict they're going to win their last 8, right? 8 in a row, and they won 1 in a row.
Really?
Giants taking the NFC.
Well, I mean, they got another quarterback. Something.
I don't know. He looked like a world beater in the 4th quarter at San Francisco, right?
All this
No.
talk about the Eagles, though, I'm just so impressed with how the Saints look this year. I didn't see that coming. I just so impressed with how the Saints look this year. I didn't see that coming.
I did.
Well, we both did. We both picked.
Yeah, because you didn't want me to get ahead of you.
I did not. I had no idea who you were going to pick.
Guys, does Aaron Rodgers deserve any